Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my another life. And I'll wait for a few seconds. I hope you all are doing great. Let me just check this. Yeah. So today's topic is very relevant these days, and I think everybody wants to relate to it the right way. But are we able to relate to the topic right way or not? That's what we'll be discussing today in the form of very balanced perspective what you should be really doing with it. So as you can see, the topic is the impact of the social media on mental health. And then also I've written that a balanced perspective. So we'll be talking about that. So by the end of this live session, you can ask me any questions regarding this topic and I should be able to answer that. So like I said, today's topic is very important to understand that what are we really doing on social media and how much relevant that is in today's day and age, right? So, as you know, globally, if I talk statistically, 5.24 billion people use social media. That's staggering, right? And representing almost 63.9% of the whole world's population. So we cannot deny that social media is playing such an important role in our lives. My doing this live is just to show you how social media can impact your mental health and how you can overcome that and see social media into a different light, right? Because most of us using social media in the form of what everybody is doing. So, for example, if everybody is posting pictures, let me take some pictures posted. If everybody's posting some pictures from the parties, they do that. If everybody is doing probably some vlogs, like something of they're traveling, they're doing that. So, I think, in other words, if I can say, where is your own authenticity in doing all this? So I'll be discussing all that and I'll give you some tips so that you understand the reason why you want to be on social media. So before we begin, as we all know, for the past 2 decades, social media has transformed our lives, right? The way people communicate. Now, it is so funny that people like to share their blessings, the people like to share their news, their good news or their bad news on social media. So many people in the world come to know through social media that so and so is happening in that other person's life, which is, in a way, if geographically you people are far off, it's understandable, but not when you all are in the close vicinity. Okay. So platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram have become very integral parts of our lives. But how consciously you take a decision that you want to be on the social media for the right reasons or not, what are the benefits of it, what are the positive effects or impacts of it, what are the negative impacts of it, we'll talk all about it. We cannot deny this, though, that social media does have its advantages or the positive impacts for sure, right? So let's start with that part. So, what are the positive effects of social media? You might ask me. So, I could say that it has literally a power to promote your well-being or your mental well-being in very positive manner, right? So how you can ask me here, how does the social media do that? I would say the form of you form connections. So sometimes you would find globally you are connecting with somebody which is in the other part of the world, which is great, right? So you don't know them in person, but somebody's aligning with your thought processes, and it's great. Other one which is seen by scientific Community is the sense of loneliness. So many people feel lonely these days. And there could be various reasons for that. Why are you feeling lonely? Why you need to pick up your phone first thing in the morning, or why you need to be on social media every day? There could be various reasons. We are not getting into that details today. But the loneliness has definitely decreased while using social media. So that is a positive one over there. Okay. The sense of belonging. Now, let's see, for some reasons, we find it our families are busy, they cannot give us time, our relatives are busy, our cousins are busy. So you feel that you belong somewhere. So, let's say you go on the Facebook, you go on the Instagram, you can type in something, you can comment on something, you like some post. So you can do all those various things, right? So that's excellent. You feel that you're not alone anymore, you belong somewhere. Community, there's a lot of communities build up there, right? So you form your own community where you feel you can attract the people who are like-minded you, and you can discuss things like forums in the form of surveys. You could do so many things these days. You can seek advice with the part of that community. And then some people also use social media to basically, I would say, promote their struggle so that other people can get lessons from that. So, in other words, a lot of people also use social media these days for their creating expressions, right? So, their creativity expressions have increased, which is excellent. You are able to show the talent you have, the creativity you have in you to the people, and the people comment on it, and they like it, and then you become more confident about doing it, and then you can take it further. So that is a very good part of social media. It gives you motivation, a lot of creative aspects where you are showing your creativity on the social media. It gives you a lot of uh, motivation, a lot of validation to move forward with your creativity. And so these are the journal I'm talking about. It's raising the awareness, like for instance, when something is going on in the other part of the world, so what does social media do? It raises the awareness, right? So these are all the great part of social media we want to be participating in. Then let's talk about business side of it. So how does the social media help in your businesses? So basically it's building your marketing. You can do through one post or through one video, you can market it to so many people, right? Your social media can help you with that, with different platforms can help you with that. You can have a customer engagement, right? You can start promoting your personal branding, you can start building upon your personal brand if you're using social media the right way. And the last but not the least, you can have an entrepreneur opportunities if you're on social media. So many people collaborate on social media. So there's so many, I would say, advantages of social media, or the positive impact of social media on our lives. So these are some of the examples where in your personal life, in your professional life, the social media can help you. Now what we'll be talking today next is negative impacts, because that is also equally important. Now, excessive use of social media, which statistically people have seen that average all over the world, people are using social media at least from 2 hours to minimum 2 to 3 hours. So you are spending 2 hours of your daily life in social media. Now that's very impactful, right? So, especially the youngsters, I would say they're spending it more. So, that's what we need to understand, that why it is so important to not spend more time on social media. And I'll discuss later a little bit about it. So, the excessive use of social media, what can it do to your mental health? So, number one, anxieties. So a lot of people, adults, have started to have a lot of anxieties around social media. Now, you would ask me how so. I would give you very simple examples. Like, for instance, let's say you're posting every single day on social media, and how the anxieties get built up. So every day you're checking out your social media post and you're seeing like how many people are attending or watching your post or your video, or they're commenting or not. So what happens? So the time comes as it is building upon your mental health. What would happen? So after few months, let's say you have posted something on social media, and let's say somebody has not commented on it, or they have not liked it, or they have not shared it. It could be any of those or all of those. So some of my clients start to feel very anxious because that person was following me, that person was adding that comment to my post and videos, that person was showing 100% engagement. Now where that person has gone, we don't know. So the anxieties build up, right? And I have seen it personally with my clients. They're talking like this: oh, it has become such a vital and important part of their lives. Let's see, a friend posts something on the social media, and 10 different people has to put it like a like to it, otherwise they feel bad about it. And then they discuss it in the next time when they meet. So you see the negative impact of it is so powerful that you get so much engaged for the validation, and which can hurt your anxieties and which can eventually hurt your confidence. So when you are doing things on social media for the right reasons, you are not looking for any validations, you are not looking for any likes or any comments, because you know that they would come eventually. Okay, so this is the difference. So the anxieties levels have gone up with the people, mostly young adults, mostly people who are not able to cope up with how the social media should be correctly used. Next thing, the number two thing is depression. Now when you're having so much of social media anxiety, what would that lead up to? It might lead up to a mild depression to a major depression, right? The clinical depressions, because now you're feeling cut off from the world. You thought the people had put you on the pedestal when they were liking everything about you. Now all of a sudden the whole people have gone. Now where is everybody? And your self-worth has taken the hit, has taken the impact. So in other words, your mental health has taken the impact now. So you are no longer understanding why people are not doing for you what they should be, right? So then it becomes a major problem when you start directly to take the hit from the social media in the negative way, which is hurting your mental health. Okay. Third one is the poor sleep. So scientifically, this has been proven that these three things have really created a negative impact by the social media on your mental health. So primarily anxiety, depression, and the sleep problems. So many of my clients, they like to spend a lot of time in the night when they go back home, if they're working or if they're professional or if they're homemaker. When they are at home, what they do in the night, so they have to spend at least an hour or two on the social media just to check what's going on. And if they are not able to do that, they feel FOMO, feeling left out, something they are missing out. The word we use, FOMO, quite often. So this is also created by the social media. So let's say if you're not able to read any post which I posted, let's say, and in the night before I go to sleep, I just check out, oh my God, they haven't even read my post and they've read some other person's post, and they're missing out on something, and that is so important. So remember one thing, you can use social media for the right reasons as well, right? If it's something is very important to you, it's utmost importance to you, you should deliver it directly to the person who needs to hear it, or deliver it to the group who needs to hear it, or share it with them. You don't have to take the route of social media and adding too many angles of it for doing it. Okay, I'll share my method which I've used it with my clients, and that has worked wonderfully with them, right? So Out of all these three, there's a fourth also negatively point which I want to say, and that is huge on social media these days. I've made so many videos on that, and that is comparison. So now what you're doing, you're comparing yourself to every person on the social media. And that leads you to again feeling so low confident. If they have something you don't, if they are doing something which you are not able to do, what does it lead to? It's taking toll on your mental health. It's taking toll on your self-worth. It's taking toll on your self-esteem. It's taking toll on your basically confidence. In simple words, so people, rather than focusing on themselves, they start to compare their lives to others. They've forgotten about their own talents, which they probably have, which they can build upon, which they can skillfully do it, but they've forgotten all that part. They're more interested in what other people are doing. And because of this lot of comparisons, they have left out on something which is most important to their lives, which is themselves. Okay? So the inadequacy is huge. People who use social media on the daily basis or every day for the wrong reasons. I keep using this word wrong reasons because I really want you to understand social media can be used for the right reasons as well if you choose to do so. Okay, so people who choose to do it the wrong way, they just want to just be there on the social media for the people's validation, they are definitely doing it the wrong way. Okay, now other thing which we have seen on social media is the cyberbullying. You might have seen there's a one post when somebody posts and there are some people who might have a negative reaction to that post, the collective people. So cyberbullying is another major issue which we have to seriously think while we are using social media. That can lead to so many harmful, so many, I would say, distressful behaviors in humans. And that can go to extreme. We have statistically seen the reasons where we have seen some people, they have gone in extreme. Some of them recently in the news, we have watched it. So there's so many case studies that they tried to take their own lives and it had become very extreme. And so many young people, because they had not been able to use the social media the right way, the correct way, rather than they got influenced by the social media negatively, which led them to take such drastic actions, right? So we need to be very careful. So that's why a balanced perspective is so important when you're on social media. And I feel the young kids, even if you're older than 12, 13 years, you're able to understand how social media needs to be used and what needs to be done the right way. Okay? I'm talking to you all. It's very important to understand. It is a valuable tool, yes, 100%. Social media is absolutely necessary. It's a necessity we have to be in now. That's how the world has become. It has its positiveness too much, which we can use it as a resources rather than not using it for the right reasons. I'll give you an example. So, one of the things which I also talk to my clients as well, every day, tell me one thing honestly, every day when you use your social media, what are you using it for? What are other people are doing, right? You're watching them doing something. It could be any creative expression. For example, they could be dancing, they could be painting, they could be creating something, they could be joking, they could be, I mean, endless. For example, if you go to TikTok, correct? So you keep scrolling, you see so many people are doing so many things. And what happens? You're watching people doing so many things. Your brain cells are observing so much of information coming at you in the form of that other people are doing these things, not you, right? So this person is doing thing, this person is doing something. Every day you are misusing the power you have with your brain cells and focusing on what other people are doing, their creativity, rather than just seriously refocusing back to yourself. Now, you can take an inspiration here. You can pick somebody, you can take the inspiration, and then start to think what you like doing. What is your creative expression? What knowledge can you share? Or what knowledge can you take from somebody? Who's the inspiration? What is the creative expression? Who are the people you can relate to? So, the self reflection is so important when you're using social media. Now, for example, for me, I'm a success mindset coach. I'm an emotional intelligence coach, right? I'm an NLP. I'm an author, correct? But my aim is to come here to share the knowledge, the tools, the tips, the tricks, the techniques which I've shared it with my clients and they have seen successes so that it is available to you all. So that's the part of, I would say, my contribution as a human to the society, to the community. Some people like it, they pick up on it and they work on with it and they see the results. So I really want you to think hard. Why do you want to be on social media? And I can tell you one thing, if just be on the social media for the how you dress up, how you are, or even if dressing up is your creative aspect, it's good because you can change it every day and you can still be creative on the social media. But if you're doing it for just the other person is doing it, then you are, attracting trouble to yourself in the form of mental health. So please think hard. Use the social media the right way, the way it is supposed to be used, to spread the knowledge, to spread the feeling of oneness, the community, what all we can do together, what all we can achieve together, what skills you have, you want to share it with the world. The world would be ready for you if you're ready for yourself without losing your authenticity on social media. So just don't do things because you see other people are doing. Do things the way you want to do it. You see what I'm trying to tell you all? So next time when you're scrolling up on TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube, or any of those, feel what is this giving me? Is it some kind of knowledge I'm getting, or is my mind is getting my neurons, my the connection between neurons are getting haywired and then loosely just scattering everywhere? Because even that would help your mental health, right? When you try to use it the right way. For example, when you go to your schools, the colleges, the community, right, wherever you go for, like, for your learnings, right, as a when you see a teacher, when you see somebody, so they're giving you some kind of knowledge and you're grasping it the right way. So there is a reason for that. You're receptive and they're giving you. But let's say your teacher comes and she gives randomly everything. Okay, tick, tick, tick. She's like, oh, I'm just being, it's like she's just showing you chapters and lessons, one, modules, three, four, five, things of that nature. What is going to happen to your brain? You will not be able to process and observe anything. Same with the social media. So, why do you want to spend your time, number one, which is the most valuable thing you have? Number two, your energy to it, your mental space to it, when it's not giving you the benefits you're looking forward to. So next time, I think whenever you're on social media, please think twice. It's very important for you to think, why do you want to be on social media? What is it that social media is giving me? It's going to be so beneficial to me. and how I can contribute as a person right way on the social media rather just being there what has been told to me. Okay, so these are the things which I wanted to share it, and one method which I have shared it with my clients and I'm sharing with you all is called 333 method. Now what does 333 method means? If it's very important to you, spend 3 minutes 3 seconds. If something is not important to you, you can just leave it and spend 3 hours on it. And if you feel it's absolutely should not take your thought process, time, and energy, give it 3 days. Okay? Don't have to react to everything in your life quickly. So use my 333 method. All right? All right. So thank you for listening to me about social media. I would take up some comments over here. Voice clear. Thank you. And then the next question: how does social media positively and negatively affect the mental? I just explained it all. You can watch what I was explaining. First, I did talk about lots and lots of positive impacts of social media. And then I talked about the negative. So, see, one thing we cannot deny that social media is helping us all. So, we don't have to deny that fact at all. And so, you can go through each one of them. I talked in details. Can social media be a tool for mental well being, or does it do more than good? No, it can absolutely be a tool for mental well being. If you know how to use it correctly, you know how to use it for yourself and not getting influenced by the things around you. Okay, and so that's why it's very important to find your own authenticity, what exactly you want to use it for. Some people, business people, use it for their own business, for example, marketing, sales, right? So it is up to you. You want to use it for personally, what do you want to share it to the world? But you have to do that self reflection, what you want to use social media for, rather than being on it randomly every time 2 to 3 hours in a day. That was my whole point of doing this live video. Think what you want to do. Think what you want to really spread, what you want to share, or how you want to present yourself on social media. You can work on all those things. Okay, so absolutely, social media can be good. So I personally took it on social media more seriously when I thought I can share my tips, tricks, methods, and probably that would help so many people across the world or globally. So that was my aim for doing social media more often. So if you want to feel that way, and I feel quite passionate about it, I love to do it. Correct? So just find yourself first rather just being on social media mindlessly. That's what I'm trying to build here. Okay? So just know who you want, who you are, truly are, what's your authenticity, what you really want to do with social media. You could be just probably want to talk about some games, you want to talk about some your work, you want to talk about some skills, you want to share it with the people, or if you don't want to talk about, you can just comment on the people, get some more inspirations, whatever the reasons are. Or there has to be some positivity along with that. That's what I'm trying to tell you all people. That's how you use social media too for your own mental well-being. It's about you. It's not about me. It's not about all the celebrities. It's not about all the people. It's about you, what you do it. So people who are successful, they use it for the reasons they want to use it for. They say, I just want to be here to spread what I want to say and just share the knowledge I have acquired over the years. Okay? So you have to build upon that if you choose to be on social media. If you don't, but then also if you just want to use it for yourself for other reasons, but don't be on it mindlessly. That's it. Okay, all right, thank you so much everybody. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you all in my next live, and till then you all have a wonderful day.